What's up guys, Matt back again with another unboxing video, and today we're going to be reviewing the Blood of Saiyans Super Saiyan Gohan. Before we dive into the video, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell, like the video, comment your thoughts down below for us to discuss, follow me on my socials, and consider becoming a YouTube member to enter into our monthly giveaways and Discord server so our community can help you on your Dragon Ball figure collecting journey. This figure is based on Super Saiyan Gohan from the Dragon Ball Super movie, Superhero. I couldn't find a one-to-one reference, but I do know he shoots some ki blasts in the movie. The closest thing that I could find is this Dragon Ball Super card game card that's based off of the character. This figure is a Blood of Saiyans release, which are prize/crane figures released by banpresto/Bandai Spirits of Saiyan-based characters with metallic hair. If you're interested in buying this figure after the review, you can check out my influencer links below to help support me and pick them up. The figure was released on March 16th, 2023 in Japan. The figure itself stands at 5.5 inches. On his base, he stands at about 6 inches, weighs 10.2 ounces in box, weighs 5.8 ounces on his own, and the figure comes with his head, upper body, lower body, and base. Alright, another Blood of Saiyans. So I think the Blood of Saiyans feature Gohan is volume 15, and this is volume 13. So I think there's a figure in between that I'm missing. So I'll make sure that I catch up on all those so that we have an encyclopedia of them on the channel for people to check out. But before I get into the review itself, just so you guys know, I will be repackaging and putting it back in its original box because this figure will be entered into our one of our upcoming giveaways on the channel. So if you do want to take part in our monthly giveaways, it happens every month. The prize pool is getting bigger as the channel keeps getting bigger, but you'll just have to become a YouTube member. It's $3 a month. Each month that you renew, you'll get entered into the upcoming giveaway, and on top of that, you'll get permanent access to our Discord server after your first month of becoming a YouTube member. So awesome Discord server. Yo, Discord community, shout out in the comments below. Let people know how cool it is being in the Discord server and the cool community that we're making. But let's talk about this figure. So I've mentioned in my previous Blood of Saiyans review that it had been a while since I reviewed Blood of Saiyans figures, so I was really interested to see how they developed, and we're going on right ahead. So DBS Super Saiyan Gohan for Blood of Saiyans honestly wouldn't have been my first choice for Blood of Saiyans, and they already have a few Gohans. They have the Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan. They now have the Blood of Saiyans Future Gohan. But to go with this one instead of like Beast Gohan or something is kind of interesting, to say the least. So I will give it a 4 out of 5. We've been getting a ton of Gohan over the last couple of years because of Superhero, which honestly, not a big complaint for me. Gohan definitely needed a little bit more representation when it comes to figures. Yeah, just kind of an odd choice, I think, for Blood of Saiyans. It is the first adult Gohan, I think, within Blood of Saiyans. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but I would have gone with maybe a more iconic one, like Mystic Gohan, or the Great Saiyaman suited Gohan, or I don't know, Beast Gohan. So I think there might be an upcoming Beast Gohan for Blood of Saiyans. We'll see when that rolls around, but character choice will be a 4 out of 5. His likeness is pretty good. I don't really think there's anything that bad about it. His teeth are kind of flat, I think is the best way to describe it. They look a little off with the rest of his face, but his face does look pretty good for the most part. You know, they have those anime lines above and below his eyes. His eyes have been painted on really well. They added a slight bit of bold around his eyes. I like it when they only do like a slight amount of a bold around the eyes, just to help pop them out a little bit more, instead of like a hard bold, and makes everybody look like Majin Vegeta if you do that. But yeah, the likeness isn't bad, just lacking a little bit around the mouth area. So I'll give it a 4 out of 5 there. So the sculpt quality. Sculpt quality itself, I think we'll give that a, I'll say a 4 out of 5. You know, he's stuck onto the base, which sucks. I thought for some reason that this was going to come with some sort of foot support or an optional foot support so you don't have to keep him on the base. But I would really like it for Bandai to just put these like pegs on the base itself instead of on the figure. I don't know if that's maybe like a QC thing so things don't break easy, but just having the option of taking them off of these obtrusive bases would be nice. I think for a lot of collectors. I think a lot of collectors would be more flexible in picking up Crane figures if they weren't stuck onto these things all the time. But otherwise, I think his hair sculpt is done really nicely. I like the details of his gi and his muscles and everything. There's nothing too spectacular about it, but you know, it is solid. So I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Paint and shading is okay. He has that golden hair. His eyebrows are golden. Zero shading whatsoever on this figure from what I can see. But I think that's pretty normal for Prize and Crane figures and within Blood of Saiyans. So certainly not bad. Doesn't really, you know, have anything wrong with it, but there's nothing really spectacular about it. Obviously, the paint is metallic for the hair. So if you are into that, that's something that you know, you can look forward to with every Blood of Saiyans figure. But I will give his paint and shading, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. There's really nothing wrong with it. Everything's painted correctly. And, you know, he does have that metallic hair if you're into that. Now, my biggest issue with this is the size and scale, especially because I did the Future Gohan before this, and I have the Kaioken Blood of Saiyans figure. So if you guys saw in the comparisons, this guy's pretty small, and I don't understand why they decided to make this one so freaking small. It's actually kind of surprising. He looks more like a minifigure from like Matchmakers or something. He's closer to a Matchmaker size, honestly. That's probably the way to describe it. So even for a Prize or Crane figure, when it comes to Blood of Saiyans, I just think this is a little bit too small. So for size and scale, I'm going to give this a 2 out of 5. That's a little ridiculous for him to be this small, you know. Should have been a bit better, but you know, I guess Bandai gonna Bandai when it comes to Prize and Crane figures. But that's why I generally stick to Ichiban Kuji, because I don't want my figures to be extremely tiny. But overall, I came off of this a little disappointed, if I'm being honest. It's mostly because of the size. You know, Crane and Prize figures typically are small, but I expected something a little bit more from this, especially after the Future Gohan that I reviewed. And I know the Future Gohan came out after this, but again, I have the Kaioken Goku, which came out way before this. So there's really no excuse there. I don't know why they decided to make him so small. So today, for that full price of $30, I probably wouldn't recommend picking this up brand new. Maybe $20 at the most if you can find a bargain or something. But yeah, I don't really... I didn't love this, is what I'm trying to say. So I think with everything in mind, I'm going to have to give this one a 3 out of 5. Guys, thanks again for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy it, please remember to like the video, comment your thoughts down below, and of course, share this with a friend, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and don't forget that we're doing a monthly giveaway. These are our prizes that we're doing this month for the giveaway, so make sure you become a YouTube member today, hop into the Discord server, and take part in our giveaway on this date. But until the next video, guys, I will see you all later.